Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to this week's hashtag Spill the Beans. I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident white-facing, biracial, multi-passionate musician, and I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Spill the Beans is a once-a-week chat where we talk about everything under the sun, from music to activism and all the way back again, because we need to have every voice liberated in order to change the world. A question that I have been asking lately in stories and on my feed is, what are you saying with your art? So I encourage you, if you're watching this, to put in the comments what you're saying with your art. That's going to prove to me that you were at least here for the first 30 seconds of this live. Today we're continuing the discussion on trust, navigating trust, and in particular about news sources. And there's just a couple things that I want to remind us of in this particular iteration of Spill the Beans. And also, please let me know in the comments what you think about this new format, this YouTube live format, etc., etc. Say hi if you're here. I do see one person watching. I'm not sure where the comments come up on YouTube live, but we'll figure that out together. So let's dive into it. But first, I have a couple announcements. Oh, not let's dive into it. It's supposed to be grab your drink and come on back. Grab your drink and come on back. Okay. So events. There's not actually really any events, but there are a couple of things that I am offering. So on June 17th, I am beginning to offer asynchronous lessons for piano and voice. Now, for piano, you have to have already been a student of mine. For voice, you can be a brand new person. Those are going to run $25 per async lesson, or $90 for a package of 4, and you can use those all the way throughout the summer up until September, and I will probably keep them going afterwards. If you're like, what's an async lesson? Well, I just sent out an email today. It is available on my public page. It's also going to be available at my link in bio, tarapriolo.com/links, a little bit later today. Secondly, I have a Telegram channel where I am sharing raw footage of my next album to help me choose some of these tracks. So I hope that if you're interested in helping me choose those tracks, you will come on by, and that link will also be in my bio. Okay. There's the announcements. I'm sure there will be more. But anyway, let's talk about trusting news sources. So the first thing that I wanted to remind of that I didn't really remind of last time is that even if a news source has bias, which again, all news sources are going to have bias, all people have bias because we are literal humans, right? But what I wanted to remind of is that even though they have bias, they're going to be right twice a day, right? And there is some kernel of truth to each level of a news story, right? Like, I also say that drunk mouths speak sober hearts, and that's usually because people aren't brave enough to say what they want to say while they're sober, but while they're drunk, they're more willing to say that. And so it's kind of the same thing with news sources. Like, there is a nugget of truth in every story that's told, and it's just the spin on the truth that is maybe harder to trust, but you can see through that and you can trust that there is some element of truth in every news story that you read. Again, we're all, especially in America, we are all propagandized. We are all we're just all indebted really to capitalism and the American system, and because of that, we're propagandized, and so it makes us distrustful of everything, right? It makes us distrustful because we've been told to be distrustful. We've been raised in fear. I'm not going to go into that. The second thing that I wanted to remind us of is that trying to parse what news sources are the safest, right? Trying to parse what things are the best is actually a waste of time, especially in moments of crisis and moments of trauma. And the reason that I say that is because that is a tactic to keep people from speaking up, right? It's like it's the common trope that we hear of, like, I just don't know enough, so I didn't speak up. I just can't find good news sources, so I didn't speak up. I just can't, like, ooh, that person said something, da 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 da. And so it's actually preventing you from creatively liberating your voice, which I will talk more about, creative liberation. It's a title that I'm toying with. So again, if you're here in the video, comment below and let me know how you feel about that creative liberation coach title. And yeah, just let me know. And let me know if the sound quality is good, because we're outside. This is the first Spill the Beans outside of the year. Tell me that you're here with the sunshine in the comments, okay? Okay. So don't waste too much time trying to vet sources. Yes, we want reliable sources. However, the more important thing, again, because there is a kernel of truth in every news story and every share that someone does, we don't need to waste a ton of time. Hello. I'm gonna block you. Thank you from France. It's nice to see you. I'm going to put you in timeout. Okay, so I'll be wrapping up here very quickly, but just let me know any other things, how my sound is, blah, 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 blah. Anywho, those are the two things I wanted to remind you of. So there's a kernel of truth. Hello from Canada. There's a kernel of truth in every news story that you see, and there is no reason to waste a ton of time vetting sources. Yes, vetting sources is important. Yes, if you've been to college or high school, you may have been taught how to vet sources, and of course, use your experience and use your knowledge, but don't get stuck in it. Un petit peu. Un petit peu. It's been a long time. I took French in college and before that for many, many years. So anyway, that is all for Spill the Beans. Continue to be anti-racist, be safe, make good trouble, do good work. I love y'all hardcore, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.